Welcome, welcome. My name is Briana, and today's class will be a twisting flow. So we'll build some heat and then cool down. So it'll be a nice balanced class. So we'll start today laying on our back. So go ahead, lay on down. Let the palms rest open to the ceiling. And then I'll give you the option. You can keep the knees bent and let the knees fall into each other if your lower back is talking to you. Or if you want to start in a hip opener, you can bring the soles of the feet together in Supta Badakanasana and just let the knees fall open. Sometimes it's nice to grab two blocks if you're in Badakanasana and take two blocks underneath the hips, underneath the outer hips, just to let the knees relax just a little more. So however you wish to begin practice, if you're comfortable, go ahead and close the eyes. Just starting to settle in, just grounding yourself into this practice this morning. Start by taking a body scan. So just in your mind's eye, start at your ankles and just travel all the way up through the legs, the spine, up to the crown of the head. And if you notice any area of tension, see if you can just use the breath and work it out. Let something release, maybe the hips, relax the shoulders, soften the facial muscles. And just nice, even, smooth breaths in through the nose, pulling the breath to the top of the chest, exhaling through the nose, all the air out. Again, inhale through the nose, pull the breath to the top, and exhale, let it go through the nose. Just guide the breath all the way out to the bottom. Again, inhale for the lower belly, side ribs, top of the chest. Exhale, chest falls, lower belly falls. This time we'll do a little breath retention. Inhale, fill up. Hold the breath at the top. We'll hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose, all the air out. Again, holding it at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose. Pull the breath to the top of the chest. Hold it here. 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. Again, holding it at the base for 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale, fill up. Hold it at the top. Take an extra sip of air. Keep holding the breath. Anything unwanted, open the mouth this time, let it go. Go back to normal breathing in and out through the nose. Just noticing what that little breath work, that breath retention did to your breath capacity, to your nervous system. Maybe you feel a little bit more grounded. And we'll start moving. So softly blink the eyes open. Keep a nice steady gaze toward the ceiling. If you have blocks underneath the hips, go ahead and remove them out of the way. Grab underneath the knees, help the knees to center. And we'll hug both knees into the chest. Just one hand to each shin and roll out the lower back. Oh, we got Angela. Good morning, Angela. And so just start to roll out the lower back. Just do a little massage, little circles on the ceiling with the kneecaps. Go ahead, take the circles the other direction. Right knee stays in, left leg extended straight out so the heel comes on the mat. That left heel, lower it on the mat. So you can grab either the shin or the back of the knee. Pull the right leg into the chest. And we'll take this into a twist. Right arm out to the side, and then left hand to right knee. Exhale, take the knee across the body for a twist. You might be gazing toward the ceiling or take the gaze past the right fingertips. A few cycles of breath here. Feel free to close the eyes. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, allow the right shoulder to relax down. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, come all the way back to center. And we'll switch it up. Left knee in, right leg extends straight out. You can grab the shin or maybe the back of the left knee, pulling the left leg into the chest, any amount. We'll take it into a twist, left arm out to the side, right hand to left knee, cut it across for a twist. And if you want to look over the left hand, go ahead. Feel free to close the eyes. This first twist of the morning feels so good. Few more cycles of breath. Inhale and exhale, let it go. One more breath. Inhale, bring the knees all the way back to center, both knees into the chest. We'll take a happy baby. So grab the outer edges of the feet, or perhaps you grab behind the knees. Just getting the ankles to stack right above the knees, shoulder blades on the mat, tailbone pressing down. So we're just pulling the legs down. So we get a nice stretch in the outer hips, the inner thighs. We'll take this into a half happy baby. So go ahead and let go of the right foot. So the right outer edge of the foot will come onto the mat. So you use that right leg as kind of a counterweight. So if you're grabbing the back of the knee, just continue to weigh down the left leg, or maybe you grab the outer edge and use that right leg as a counterweight. So you feel both little the bony sit bones right at your tailbone on the mat. You could more than welcome take the right hand and help weigh the right thigh down to get a nice stretch. Inhale, come all the way back to your normal happy baby. So grab either both backs of the knees or the outer edges of the feet. We'll take it to the other side. So left outer edge of the foot comes down, left hand to the inside of the left thigh, and then you're pulling the right leg down any amount. It's really important for both sit bones, the entire sacrum level on the mat. So sometimes it's easy to rock or tip to one side. See if you can find that little happy medium. One more breath. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Come back to center. Normal happy baby, and then bring the knees together, grab behind the backs of the legs, and then just do little rocks head to tail. Just forward and back, rolling out the spine, and when you get enough momentum, come up to a seated position. So go ahead and cross at either the ankles or the shins. Feel the sit bones rooting down. If you have a blanket or a pillow, maybe go ahead and grab it, sit up on it, and just elevate the sit bones. So we'll bring our hands to our shoulders. So the elbows point out to the sides. We'll just do some gentle twists with the torso. So inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So the breath will go in and out through the nose. And let the neck be a part of it. So feel free to close the eyes. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, just breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So just waking up the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly unwind. Keep the eyes closed. Let the hands rest softly on the tops of the thighs. Keeping the eyes closed, go ahead, sweep the arms all the way up and over the head, just gathering up all the energy. Exhale, hands to heart. Pull it right into the center of the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, draw the energy down right to the center line. Last time, inhale, fill it up. And exhale, pull it right down the center of the chest. Go ahead, lower the mind down to the fingertips. If you want to set an intention for your practice this morning, go ahead. This is a twisting flow today. Twists help bring out the old and bring in the new. So what are you calling in today? What are you bringing out? Once you have that intention in place, nice deep breath in. And exhale it out. Release the hands, lift the chin, and softly blink the eyes open. Nice. We'll come off our seat and make our way up to a tabletop position. So hands and knees. If you need something to pad up the knees, go ahead and grab a blanket and take a blanket right in the center of the mat and just pad up the knees. So allow the hands to spread comfortably. All 10 toes are pressing. Few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest, arch the back. Exhale, pull it in and round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, arch, feel the tailbone lift. Exhale, tailbone rounds, navel draws in, shoulder blades spread apart. And go out with your own breath, connect the breath with movement. Inhale for cow, exhale for cat. And at some point, spin the wrists around. So the fingertips point towards the knees. So you get a nice forearm wrist stretch. So Karen, is that available to you? Yeah, you turn the hands around. Go the other way. So spin the palms to the outside. Yeah, and then see if your wrists or your fingertips can come a little more towards the knees. Yeah, and try your cat-cows like this. Inhale. If this isn't working in your body, no worries. And you can go ahead, turn the wrist the other way, back to normal. Walk the hands about a foot in front of you. So we'll find a neutral spine. So hands come and walk about a foot in front of you. We'll sink our chest down into a puppy dog pose. So keeping the hips stacking right above the knees. And then sink the chest down any amount. So you really want to see if you can press the mat, all 10 fingers into the mat as you drop the chest down. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat. If it doesn't, that's okay. You can grab a block and maybe place the block under the forehead. Few more cycles. Good. Slowly lift yourself up. Come back to a tabletop. And then we'll press back to plank pose. And any pressure that you're feeling on the wrist, you can come on to fist, Karen, or you can actually take a forearm plank. But forearm plank, if you don't want to work too hard, you can always lower the knees down. So we'll take 5 breaths. So heels press back, breastbone pulls forward. And then you could always lower the knees if you need to do a little less. Navel's hugging in and up. So if you're on your forearms, Karen, root the forearms down. Nice. One more breath. Feel free to lower the knees. We'll shift forward, lowering all the way down to our belly. Untuck the toes. Slide the hands back just a little further next to the rib cage. Elbows pull in, low cobra. Press into the feet. Peel the chest forward and up. Exhale, lower forehead to the mat. One more time. Inhale, peel the chest forward and up. Exhale, lower back down. Curl the toes under. Press to plank or all fours. Inhale. And then exhale, we'll take a downward facing dog. Or maybe you choose to do a puppy dog pose. So go ahead, do whatever feels good right now. Maybe you pedal out through the legs, descending one heel down and then the other. You want to take your feet as wide as the outer edge of the mat. Maybe do some hip sways. That gets a little bit into the inner thighs. And then when you're ready, bring the feet back to hips distance. We'll bend the knees a lot. So come up onto the balls of the toes, bend the knees. We'll stay in down dog. See if you can lift the hips up a little higher. And then any amount, keeping a nice length in the spine, start to straighten the legs and descend the heels down. We'll take 3 more cycles of breath. So press a lot of weight into the knuckle of each finger. That'll really take the pressure off the wrist. So each knuckle pressing down. Upper arm bones, hug them in towards the ears. And see if we could shift a little more weight into the legs. One more breath. And exhale, we'll just take little baby steps to the front of the mat. Maybe you walk the feet to the hands, maybe the hands need to come to the feet. Keeping the feet hips distance, bend the knees a lot forward, fold. Uttanasana, shake up the head. We'll bring our right hand to our right hip crease. Take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle, or maybe you grab a hold of the calf. Both knees are bent, so the left knee is going to stay bent and work the right leg to straight, and we'll twist open to the right. That right hand is pulling the right hip back. You can use the left hand to lengthen the spine. The crown of the head's coming forward, and then exhale for the twist. In exhale, all the way back down to center, both knees bent. Left hand to right hip, right arm to the outside of the left ankle or shin, straighten the right leg, twisting open to the left. Yep. And that right knee can bend as much as you need to. Left knee, work it only to your edge. Maybe it doesn't go all the way to straight, that's okay. And exhale, fold on down. Let the just chest rest on the tops of the thighs. Shake out the head side to side. Very slowly, like a rag doll, we'll roll up vertebra by vertebra. Keep a bend in the knees. And let the head be the last to come up. Nice. So feet can stay hips distance, or bring the big toes to touch, little space between the heels. We'll just do a half sun salutations just to warm up. So go ahead, root into the feet, arms circle all the way to the sky. Maybe the palms touch. Exhale, fold on down, Uttanasana, let the neck go. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to ankles, shins, or maybe the floor, flat back. Exhale, fold on down, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, long spine all the way to the top. Hands to your heart center. Inhale again, root into the feet, arms rise. Hug the navel back as you fold on down. Uttanasana, let it go. Inhale, hands to shins, ankles or floor, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way to the sky. Come on up. Hands to heart center. We'll add on this time. Inhale, root into the feet, arms rise. Exhale, fold on down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees. Step the right foot way back. Feel free to grab your blocks. Take the blocks underneath the palms, or maybe hands come onto, or maybe your fingertips can make it to the mat. So pull the chest forward. Right thigh bone likes to go weak. Can you firm it up? We'll go ahead and turn this into a twist. Right palm down on the floor or a block. Left arm, take it up to the sky. Twist and open to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Back knee down. Come up onto the top of the left thigh for low lunge. Shift the hips back just a little bit. Draw the lower belly in and up. And then any amount, maybe sink the hips down a little lower. When you're ready, go ahead and add your arms. Lift the arms to the sky. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So we want the ankle to be stacked right under the knee. Draw the lower belly in and up. Feel the palms. Exhale, hands to heart. Go ahead and lean forward. See if you can start to twist the navel a little bit towards the left thigh. And maybe you stay here. Maybe you can hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee and twist open. That left heel, really ground it down for stability. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, twist a little more. One more breath. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Charge up the back leg, step back plank pose. Option one for a vinyasa. Shoot the shoulders over the wrists, lower all the way down to your belly. Use the knees if you need to. Low cobra, inhale, peel the chest forward and up. Exhale, lower forehead down. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, press to plank or force. Exhale, down dog. That's option one for your vinyasa. Option two will be an up dog. Chaturanga up dog. So feel free to stay with the first option, or we can go into the second option on the other side. So when you're ready, go ahead, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, step forward. Maybe your hands come on blocks. Maybe you can come up onto your fingertips. Pull the chest forward, left leg, press it straight up. So we want to firm the left thigh. In a runner's lunge, we'll take it into a twist. Left palm down on a block or floor, right arm to sky, twist it open. Exhale, lower right hand down, lower the back knee down, come up onto the top of the right thigh. Shift back just a little bit so we can draw the lower belly in and up. So keeping the lower belly drawing in, maybe you sink the hips down a little bit more. When you're ready, add your arms. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll go ahead and take this into a twist. Lean forward, and then start to twist over to the right. Yep. And then maybe the left elbow can hook on the outside of the left or the right knee. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward as much as you can. Exhale and twist. Hold it for one more breath. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Charge up the back leg and step forward. Inhale, Ardha, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Long spine brings you all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, root into the feet, arms rise. Just shifting the energy around a little bit. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back again. Lower the back knee down. Come up on Anjane, low lunge. Lift the arms. More than welcome to stay here. If you want to take it into a high lunge, curl the toes under. Press the left thigh straight up into a high lunge. More than welcome to stay in a low lunge. So same thing in this pose. See if you can draw the lower belly in and up. Then we'll start to take this into a twist. This time the left arm will come forward. Right hand will go behind the back. Allow the pelvis to move as you reach the arms. Palms are spinning up to the sky. Nice. Then if you want to challenge yourself with the balance, maybe take the gaze over the right hand. So you're looking behind you. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat on blocks or floor. And then we'll take it into a twist. Again, left hand down, right arm to sky. Exhale, hand comes down to the mat, stepping back, plank pose. And then you can either take the first vinyasa we did earlier to a low cobra, or we'll take it halfway down, chaturanga. Elbows in. Inhale, move through up dog, pressing into the feet, lifting the thighs, straightening the arms. And then exhale, transition to down dog. Maybe lower the knees or flip or roll over the feet, down dog. And when you're ready, left leg to the sky. Lift it up nice and slow. Keep the hips squared, toes down. Exhale, knees to chest, step forward. Lower the back knee down, low lunge. Come on up. So get your foundation first. If you want to take it into a high lunge crescent pose, if you did it on the other side, curl the toes under. Right thigh, press it straight up. Keep drawing the lower belly in and up. We'll take this into a twist. Right arm comes forward, left arm comes behind the back. Palms spin up to the sky so that the hips come along for the ride. Maybe challenge yourself and take the gaze over the left fingertips. Good, one more breath. Exhale, hands come down to the mat or on a block or on blocks. Right palm down, left arm to sky, twist it open. And exhale, hand comes down to the mat, stepping forward again. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold on down, Uttanasana. Long spine, come all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Nice. We'll do a few standing poses and we'll face the side of the room and take a long stance. So step the feet wide apart. Go ahead and grab your two blocks. Place them behind the ankles. We'll use them a little bit later. So they can be on highest level or medium height, whatever you prefer. So toes point parallel, hands come to the hips. From deep within the right hip socket, try to revolve the entire leg out to the side. So we want that the revolve to come from the hip, not so much the knee. Angle the back toes in a little bit. They come to the left corner or the right corner of the mat, left corner of the mat. Go ahead and bend the knee. So the knee is right over the ankle. If it's overshooting the ankle, make your stance a little bit longer. The back hip will roll forward. That's okay, that's healthy for the pelvis. Bring the hands to the rib cage, square the rib cage to the side of the room. Arms out to the side, and then go ahead and gaze over the front middle fingers. So the Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose. What tends to happen in this pose, the knee likes to buckle in. So we want to work the right outer hip. Can you see me okay, Karen? So right outer hip, wrap it under. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yep, so keep the right outer hip wrapping under. The back hip will roll forward, but firm the back thigh. Nice. Arms out to the side. And taking a few more breaths. Relax the shoulders. Soften the jaw. Reach forward a little bit, and the right hand is going to come to a block on the outer edge of the right foot. So I like the highest level. Personally will use the left hand to help spin the rib cage, and then either the hand can stay on the hip and you can just work the twist from here, or left arm to sky. So we'll take this into side angle. Turn the palm, lengthen it over the ear. This is intense side angle pose, Badakanasana. Feel free to stay with the hand on the hip. So the right hip still wrapping under, but we do want to spin the left rib cage back. So try to get the ribs cage to stack. And if you want to take the left hand to the forearm, if the block is too low for you, you can take the hand to the thigh, the forearm to the thigh as well for modified. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. Stay low in that front knee. And then go ahead, straighten it out. Give it a break. Exhale, hands to hips. And then straighten the feet out. Do the other side. So deep within that left hip socket, revolve the entire leg out to the side. Back toes will angle in. Then go ahead, bend the knee so it's right above the ankle. Allow the back hip to roll forward. So it's healthy for the pelvis, but sharpen the back thigh bone. Hands to rib cage, square the rib cage towards the side of the room. Arms out to the side. Nice and strong. Gazing over the front middle fingers. 5 breaths. Virabhadrasana 2. Left hip, wrap it under so the entire kneecap can point forward. Lower belly, draw it in and up. Lift the breastbone. Relax the shoulders. Nice. Then we'll stay low in the front knee. Reach forward. Either take the hands to the thigh or hand to block on the outside of the left foot. Use the right hand to spin the rib cage so the entire rib cage is spinning. Maybe hand stays on the hip, maybe arm to sky. So a lot of variations here. Turn the palm if you raise your arm and lengthen it over the ear. Side angle pose. So we want a nice line of energy from the back outer edge of the foot to the hip, shoulder, and out the fingertips. So bend the knee as much as you can. Keep the left rib cage or right rib cage spinning back. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come all the way back up. Warrior two, stay low in the front knee. Just a breath. And then straighten it out, hands to hips, parallel the feet. Good, we'll take our two blocks in front of us. Bring our hands to the blocks. So shoulders are stacking right under the blocks. We'll lengthen the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, we'll take the blocks with us and walk the blocks back so they're in line with the feet. Allow the crown of the head to hang down. Maybe you need to adjust your blocks. Or maybe your hands can come to the mat. We just want a 90-degree bend in the elbows. So it's like you have little chaturanga arms. So 90-degree in the elbows. Let the crown of the head hang down. Few cleansing breaths here. Shift a little more weight into the balls of the feet. Good, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take your blocks with you. And then we'll keep the blocks. Right block will go under the face. So right hand comes under the face. Left hand comes to your sacrum. So take the left hand to the lower back, right hand under the face. We'll slowly start to twist the chest towards the left. And try to keep the hips level here. So if you find the hips are moving around, hug the right hip crease back. You can gauge it with the hand on the sacrum. Twist the chest. Maybe hand stays on your lower back. Maybe you can reach the left arm to sky. Nice. Exhale, hand comes back down. And we'll take it to the other side. Left hand will go under the face on a block. Right hand to your lower back. Start to slowly twist open to the right. Allow the left hip to hug back just a little bit so the entire sacrum's level. Maybe hand stays on the hip, maybe arm to sky. And exhale, lower on down. Bring your hands to your hips. Elbows pull in like you're squeezing a giant beach ball between your thighs. Rise on up. And then we'll heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Woo, shake it out. Grab a block and place the block on the inner thighs. So one block all the way up on the inner thigh, skinny way. Make sure the toes are pointing parallel. We'll find chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop the hips, bend the knees. Inhale, arms to sky. So weights in the heels. So shift the weight in the heels, shin bones shifting back. And see if we could squeeze that block and spin it down towards the mat. So it's like the inner thighs are rolling down. Warm-up's almost over. You got this, you got this. Sink a little lower. Inhale, root to rise, stand up. And exhale, take a seat. Hands come to your heart center. We'll take it into a twist. So start to twist the chest to the right. Then maybe you just stay here in the twist. If you can get your left elbow to the outside of the right knee, go ahead. So twisting chair pose with a block. Not easy. Lot of strength in the legs. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Stand up, inhale. We'll do the other side. Exhale, sink down into your chair. And then start to twist over to the left. Maybe you stay here and just work the twist. Maybe the elbow can come to the outer edge of the knee, twisting open. And inhale back to center, forward fold, exhale, let it go. Shake out the head. You can remove that block out of the way. And then very slowly roll on up, vertebra by vertebra. Nice. We'll just clear the energy, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, root into the feet, arms rise. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen the chest, Ardha. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Last chance for vinyasa. Shoulders above the wrists, either to your belly or halfway down. Inhale through cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Out the mouth, let it go. Good, lower the knees down. Separate the knees, big toes to touch, child's pose. Drop the hips toward the heels. Maybe you want to grab a block and place a block underneath your forehead if it doesn't make it to the mat. Feel free to stack forearms. Just taking a moment, just letting the hips get heavy, finding that little pressure point right at the third eye, allowing it to soften. If your arms aren't out in front of you, take them all the way towards the front of your mat. Come up onto the fingertips. So like you're holding little cupcakes under your hands. Stay in child's pose. Walk the hands over to the right. I reach a little more through the left hand, maybe gazing underneath the left tricep. Inhale, walk all the way back through center and over to the left. Reach a little more through the right arm, maybe gazing under the right tricep. And then walk the hands all the way back to center. Palms come down, lift the hips up, and we'll swing the hips around, coming to a seat. So go ahead, straighten the legs. Grab something if you need to sit up on it. So go ahead, elevate the sit bones, and we'll take the legs wide apart. So only take the legs as wide as your body will allow. Any twerking in the backs of the knees make the stance a little shorter. Bring the hands behind the back. See if you can lift the chest. So find a little back bend. Coil the chest. Maybe reach the head back. Open the throat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And then slowly, forehead comes to center. We'll stay lifted in the chest. Walk the hands out any amount. Maybe bring in some blocks. Maybe block to forehead. Maybe you want to come to your elbows. Maybe thumbs to third eye. Just allowing the breath to smooth out. We wring out a lot of toxins, shift some internal organs around. Now we're cooling down. So see if you can make your exhalations a little bit longer than the inhalations. Slowly walk the hands back into the chest. And we'll take the right hand to the inside of the right shin. Use the left hand to spin the rib cage again. And then left arm to sky. Bring the left hand behind the head. So behind the back of the head, and see if you can draw the left elbow back. This may be plenty. If you'd like, maybe walk the right fingertips out a little more. Maybe you can catch the outer edge, or not the outer edge, but the entire foot. So just coming to your edge and breathing. If you notice the breath isn't flowing or isn't moving through, just pull out a little bit. Just allow the breath to just move in and out of the body just naturally. Inhale, slowly come on back to center. Take a moment, and then we'll go over to the other side. So walk the left hand out. Right, probably to your shin. And then left arm, or right arm rather, use the right arm to spin the rib cage, right arm to sky. Take it behind the head, draw the right elbow back. So we twist the rib cage even more. Maybe you stay here, this may be plenty, or if you can, if it's available to you, walk the hand out a little further. Maybe you can catch hold of the left toes or the left foot. So we don't want to lose the integrity of the pose and collapse the chest. So keep spinning the rib cage, offering the heart, and breathing. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Grab underneath the knees, help the knees all the way up, and we'll bring the soles of the feet together for Badakanasana. If your knees are bothering you, you can take 2 blocks and place them underneath the knees. We'll take our hands, our thumbs right in between the feet, like you're opening a book. Peel the feet apart. Lift the chest. This may be plenty, this hip opener right here. If it's available, start to hinge forward, folding down, maybe bringing the elbows to the knees. Inhale, reach the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold a little bit more. And slowly come on back to center. Grab underneath the knees, help them all the way up. And we'll come off of our blanket or pillow if you're sitting up on one, remove it out of the way. Bend the knees, take the hands straight out in front, hug the navel back, and very slowly start to roll on down. Good, and once you land, one hand to heart, one hand to belly, just giving yourself a little love. Just notice the sensation of just putting your hands on your body, just what that does. Such a simple action. And slowly release them. Bring the feet close to your sit bones. So walk the feet in just a little bit more. Toes point parallel, legs are hip distance. We'll do a few dynamic bridge poses. Root into the heels, lift the hips, lift the arms up and overhead. So just stretch it out See if you can lengthen the tailbone forward. Exhale, we'll lower hips and hands at the same time. Try to coordinate with the breath. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms, nice big stretch. And exhale, lower hips, lower arms, coordinate it with the breath. Again, inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. And exhale, make it last. Nice and slow, hips land, hands land. One last time, inhale, lift. Reach the arms. And exhale, hips come down, hands come down. Nice. We'll do thread the needle across the right ankle over the left knee. Flex the toes, the right toes to protect the knee. Lift the knees into the chest. Thread the right arm through. You can grab the back of the left thigh. If you can't grab the back of the left thigh, go ahead and grab a strap. You can actually loop the strap over and use the strap over the left thigh. Relax the shoulders. Sending the breath to the right outer hip. Release the hands behind, away from the left hip. Arms out to the side. We'll keep the legs crossed and just drop the legs over to the left. So it's like a figure four twist. And if you'd like to take the left hand, maybe press the right leg open a little bit more. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Uncross the legs. And just notice the one side's different, and then we'll do the other side. Go ahead, left ankle cross over the right knee. Flex the left toes, knees to chest. And then when you're ready, left arm threads through, grabbing behind the right thigh, or maybe you use your strap here. Shoulders on the mat. Bending your breath to the left outer hip. As yogis, we can learn how to guide energy in the body. So see if in your mind's eye you can energetically draw the breath down. Good. Release the arms out to the side. Keep the figure four with the legs, and we'll just drop over to the right. You can take the right hand, press the right or the left thigh open. Maybe you're gazing toward the ceiling or over your left hand. Slowly let that go. Inhale, come on back to center. And exhale, come back. Both feet on the mat, bend the knees. Grab either the shins or the backs of the knees. Give the lower back a little massage. We'll take a final happy baby. So grab the outer edges of the feet or behind the knees. Maybe rock a little side to side. And then bring the knees together. Curl up in a tight little ball. Wrap your hands around the shins. Give yourself a little squeeze. Nice deep breath in. Anything you need to squeeze out, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale. Release into Shavasana. Go ahead, straighten out the legs. If you have your blocks nearby, sometimes it's nice to place the blocks underneath the calves. Just releases the lower back a little bit. And then take the arms out to the side. Let the palms spin up. Go ahead, get as comfortable as you can. Snuggle the shoulder blades down the back. Relax the jaw. Drop the tongue. Rest the eyelids. This final pose, Shavasana. Releasing, relaxing, and letting everything go. And very slowly, you stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, or just very slowly start to bring a little bit of movement back into your body, into your fingers, into your toes. Maybe you want to give yourself a final stretch and reach the arms up and overhead. And very slowly rolling off to one side, bend the knees, roll over, and then fetal position, and using one hand, press yourself up to any comfortable seat. If you're comfortable, keep the eyes closed. Go ahead, sit up nice and tall, any comfortable seated position. We'll let the hands rest on the tops of the thighs today. So face them down just for a little bit more grounding. Roll the shoulders back, taking a moment in a seated meditation. A short seated meditation just to absorb the benefits of your practice. Just noticing the shifts, maybe going back to that initial intention if you set one. And breathing a little bit more spaciousness. Notice if there's anything that's shifted. Twisting poses helps wring a lot out. We're going through so many changes in the world right now, so nice to just make room for it all. We can't control anything that's happening. We can just control ourselves. And this is a great tool to help manage us through life. Keeping the eyes closed. Go ahead, sweep the arms up and overhead, gathering up all that beautiful energy around. And exhale, hands to heart. Draw it right down towards the center line. Take your thumbs right to your chest, your breastplate. Lift the top of the chest and lower the mind down. And just honoring yourself for showing up today. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful morning. I'll see you next time. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Drink lots of water today. It's quite hot out here in the valley. We're doing classes all week, so feel free to check us out. And please donate to the tip jar at urbanyoga.org.